You're not behind in life, but it feels like you are. Every time you open your phone, it's like the world is moving without you. Someone your age is celebrating something, a new car, a new job, a new milestone, and you just sit there staring at the screen, wondering how everyone else figured it out while you're still trying to understand where you even stand. And it slowly gets to you, not all at once, not loudly, but quietly, consistently. You start questioning yourself. Am I too late? Did I waste my time? Why does it feel like everyone is ahead of me? And the worst part is you don't even talk about it, because on the outside, everything looks normal. You smile, you scroll, you laugh at memes, you tell people you're working on things, but deep down, there's this constant pressure sitting in your chest, this feeling that you're falling behind in a race you don't even remember signing up for. You wake up some days with motivation, you tell yourself today will be different, but then the day starts, you check your phone, you delay one task, you convince yourself you'll start later, and somehow later turns into never. The hours slip away. You stay busy, but not productive. You feel tired, but not fulfilled. And at the end of the day, you tell yourself, I'll fix it tomorrow. But tomorrow comes with the same cycle again and again. And slowly, without even realizing it, weeks turn into months. And that's when the feeling gets stronger, because now it's not just a thought anymore, it's a pattern. You start noticing people around you moving forward. Friends are graduating, someone starts a business, someone gets a job you once dreamed about, and you're still thinking, still planning, still waiting to feel ready, waiting for clarity, waiting for the right moment. But the truth is, that moment never arrives the way you expect it to, because readiness is not something you feel first. It's something you build after you start, but you don't realize that yet. So instead, you compare constantly. You compare your beginning to someone else's middle. You compare your confusion to someone else's confidence. You compare your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. And every time you do that, you shrink your own progress. You make yourself feel like you're doing nothing even when you're trying, and that's where things start to break, not on the outside, but inside your mind, because once you believe you're behind, you stop moving like someone who can win. You hesitate more, you doubt more, you delay more, and that hesitation costs you more than failure ever could, because failure teaches you something, but hesitation, it just keeps you stuck. And the longer you stay stuck, the more real that fear becomes. The fear that maybe you missed your chance, maybe you're too late, maybe this is just how your life is going to be. And that thought, it's dangerous because it convinces you to settle, to accept less, to try less, to expect less. You stop pushing yourself because you start believing it won't matter anyway. But here's something you need to understand. You were never behind. You just started measuring your life using someone else's clock, a clock that was never designed for you. Think about it. Who decided you need to succeed by a certain age? Who decided you have to have everything figured out by now? Who created this invisible timeline that you're chasing? No one. It's just something you absorbed from social media, from society, from watching other people's lives without seeing the full story behind them. And now you're living under pressure that was never yours. You're rushing decisions that need time, dotting paths that need patience, and abandoning things that needed consistency. All because you feel late, but late compared to what? There is no universal timeline for your life. There's only your timeline. And the moment you forget that, you lose control over your own direction, because now you're not building your life, you're reacting to everyone else's, and that's exhausting. That's why you feel stuck. Not because you're incapable, but because you're distracted by comparison, distracted by pressure, distracted by the illusion that you're running out of time. But you're not. What you're running out of is focus. And every day you spend doubting yourself is a day you could have spent building something, even something small, because progress isn't always visible. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's just showing up when you don't feel like it. Sometimes it's doing the work without seeing results yet. But that's the part most people avoid, because it's uncomfortable, it's slow, it's repetitive, it's boring. And in a world that glorifies quick success, no one wants to be patient anymore. But patience is where real growth happens. Not in the moments where everything feels exciting, but in the moments where nothing feels like it's working and you keep going anyway. That's where your future is built. Not in big decisions, but in small, consistent ones. And this is where everything starts to change. The moment you stop asking, am I behind, and start asking, what did I do today? Because that's all that matters, not where you are compared to others, but whether you move forward compared to yesterday. even slightly, even imperfectly, because small steps repeated daily will always beat waiting for the perfect moment. And one day something shifts, not dramatically, but quietly. You start to feel different, not because everything is perfect, but because you finally trust yourself. You stop overthinking every move. You stop waiting for motivation. You just act, even when it's hard, even when you don't feel ready. And slowly, your life begins to change, not overnight, but steadily. And then one day you look back, not at how far others have gone, but at how far you've come. And you realize something important. You were never behind. You were just distracted by noise, distracted by fear, distracted by expectations that were never meant for you. But now you're focused. Now you're intentional. Now you understand that your life is not a race. It's a responsibility. Your responsibility. And no one is coming to fix it for you. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you the life you want. You have to build it decision by decision, day by day. And it won't be easy. There will be days you feel stuck again, days you doubt yourself again, days you feel like you're falling behind again. But this time you'll know the truth. You'll know that feeling doesn't define your reality. It just tests your mindset. And instead of stopping, you'll keep going. Because now you understand something most people never do, that your future is not created by what you feel, but by what you do. And every single day you have a choice to stay where you are or to move forward, even if it's just a little. Because in the end, your life won't be defined by how fast you moved, but by whether you kept moving at all. So no, you're not behind, not right now. But if you keep waiting, if you keep doubting, if you keep choosing comfort over growth, then one day you will be. And that's the moment you want to avoid, the moment where you look back and realize you had time, you had potential, you had the chance to change everything. But you didn't take it, so don't wait for motivation. Don't wait for clarity. Don't wait to feel ready. Start where you are. Use what you have and do what you can today. Because the life you want isn't ahead of you. It's hidden in the actions you keep postponing. And the longer you wait, the further it gets. So ask yourself honestly, what are you going to do about it?